What's up, guys? Iceman here. So, Masterworking is pretty important for endgame Diablo 4, and I've only masterworked one item fully. I masterworked my two-handed scythe, which has some pretty nice rolls on it. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I strayed away from the golem build. I just thought it was boring and dull. It's the thing that everybody's doing is just buffing up the golem and forgetting about all the rest of your minions, which of course is optimal if you want to get the highest you can get in the pit. But I wanted something a bit different. I wanted to buff up my mages and just have all the other guys feel as though they're doing something, you know? So now I can run Hell Tides and I can just like stand there and just the mages are just destroying everything around me. And Nightmare Dungeons are easy. Level 100 Nightmare Dungeons are just a breeze, kind of. And all those things. I've done Ubers, but not the Tormented versions. But nonetheless, you can still find the same gear from the non-Tormented versions. So I just kind of went this route, and it's been a good time so far. So yeah, here is my 12 out of 12 masterworked two-handed scythe, which has some pretty nice mods on it. 396 intelligence, and that's blue. I'll show you why in just a minute. 2,784 maximum life, 130% critical strike damage, 246.5% skeletal mage damage, 76.5 for skeletal mage attacks to cast twice, and things like that. And I put 2 emeralds in there. I didn't even max them out. I could, but I'm really just a cheap ass, so I put flawless versions of those gems in there. I'll probably fix that eventually. But yeah, my mage damage right now is 1,321. I'll showcase this build in a future video. But to masterwork, what you want to do is first temper your item. Because you never know, you could get less desirable mods, and you have a limited amount of times you can temper it, and if you get kind of a random roll and you temper. So fortunately, I got the rolls that I wanted. I got cooldown and skeletal mage damage. And the cooldown was a high roll, 9.5 out of 10, when the range is 8 to 10. And check out the skeletal mage damage. The range is 62.5 to 85%, and I rolled 85%. So it's just a very nice ring, and I'm quite pleased with the stats. And this, of course, has a greater affix of life, because I like having more life on my character. Here's my life right now, 30,000. That's acceptable, I guess. Well, actually, it's more than that. With the ring on, it's 33,000. My resists are all maxed out. With the ring on, you got to make sure you max out your resists. So check that out, all 70, so that's just fine. But basically, you first re-roll your mod that you want to re-roll if you do want to re-roll anything, and you probably should just to try to perfect it a little bit. Just do it a couple times, and you don't have to use the mod that it re-rolls. You can always just have it not change it. So I re-rolled straight up damage on here. I don't really know if that's optimal. I've just been experimenting a lot, and I was pretty pleased with that. This one, of course, the greater affix was life, and it also had a 5 out of 6 critical strike chance rolled on it, and I guess I thought that was acceptable. I was like, whatever, it has critical strike, it has greater affix of life, and of course I tempered like the best mods I could get on there for the build that I'm trying to go for. So to masterwork it, you go to the blacksmith, you click masterworking, and basically with these little guys right here, the obdusites, I don't know how you say that, obducite, you use those for the first 4 masterworking levels, and you find those by doing the pit level 30 and below. And of course you need gold for all this, so there's 1, and every time you do it, all affixes increase by 5%. So we're getting little tiny increases. That includes the temperaments, as you can see there. Now I have 10% ultimate cooldown on there. 2, there's another 5%. 3, and here's the fun part. Levels 4, 8, and 12 of Masterwork all give you a random mod increased by 25%. And this is why you can actually reset the whole Masterworking ranks. So if you get bad rolls on those, you could reset them again. And I haven't done that yet. I don't think I'll do that on the scythe. I guess I'm pretty pleased with that one. Maybe the skeletal mage damage. I probably do want to re-roll this one, because if I could get 25% bonus on the skeletal mage damage on here, that would be very nice. But I don't know if I'm going to reroll that out. Let me know in the comments if you guys think I should. Because, yeah, I am going for a suboptimal mage build. That's just the spiritual journey that I want to take. I just love having a bunch of mages and warriors just blasting everything, and it counts, you know? Yeah, I can't do Greater Rift or Pit 200 or whatnot. But so far I've done like 67, and you can get the highest materials from Pit 61 and above. So that's pretty much my goal. I was like, I'll just make a character that can quite easily do Pit 61, and from there I'll experiment. I'll mess around with the build, change the variations and all that, which is why I got rid of Golem. I mean, Golem's ugly. It's not as elegant as the mages. You know, the mages are elegant. They're nocturnal. They're just I just like the mages, but nonetheless, here now is rank 4 out of 4. So let's see what it gets. And I guess with this one, I think I would like the 25% bonus to apply to either the mage damage or the life. So let's see what it does. And you'll know which one it applies to because it'll turn blue. But of course you get this little window here that kind of showcases it, which I think is kind of fun. You can turn this thing off if you wanted to, if you're in a hurry. Oh, shit. Look at that. I got life. Okay, so now we're on ranks 4 to 8, which of course costs the next tier up of crafting materials, the ingoliths, or whatever the hell you call them, and you get them from the pit. So what you could do, and this is what I did for a while, is I just went over to the pit and I ran. It'll show you on the pit the tiers, right? So here's where the ingolith starts. It's at 31. So anything before that, you'll get the blue things that I use to masterwork it. So 31 is where you get these ones, and then if you go all the way up to 61, as mentioned, is where you actually get the next step, which is Neatheran. I don't know how the hell to say this, but so if you want to get like the most ingolith or whatever, you got to do 60 then. You'll get a bunch of those from the boss. But once you go here, you'll get the better ones. Now, I think it might be optimal to just run the highest one you can do, because here's the thing. You can actually trade down with those materials. And who do you go to again? Let's find out real quick. Is it? I think it's the potion lady right here, the alchemist. Craft elixirs, craft incense, transmutation. Yeah, it's the potion lady. So just go on your map and find the little potion pot with the little thing in it, and that's how you find the potion lady. And she's on a lot of the towns. So go up to her. It's called the alchemist. All right. Go up to the alchemist. Go to crafting materials on this tab and enter that. And now, of course, what I need are these guys, right? The ingoliths or whatever, and I need a bunch of them. So I don't know how many I can make. Apparently I have 63 of these things. So now you can, for every one of these things that you have, which is the highest material, as mentioned previously, this is the highest material you can get from the pit. So as long as you can do the pit 61, you can collect these things, all right? And as I mentioned in many videos, that pleases me how they do that, because I'd hate it to think if you could only collect these from like pit 200 or something, because then we'd all be running the same damn build then, because that'd be the only way to get them. But fortunately, you can collect these a little lower, and so it allows for other builds to thrive, like say my mage build, for example. You can experiment a little bit more. But the good thing is that for every one of these you have, you could actually make 3 of these. All right. So how many am I going to want to get granted from this? I think it costs 10 per roll. I don't really know. Maybe let's get like 40 for starters. Let's get 42. So when you craft, and it costs you a little bit of gold, but not much at all. As you can see, it's only 8,400. So I got them now. I crafted them, and we'll go to the masterwork guy, the blacksmith. So now, yeah, this is going to be nice. I'm going to make this ring quite nice. Oh, it looks like I needed more than that because it's costing 20 per level now. So let's masterwork it. 5% stats. Yeah, look at all the life on this ring. And now it's at 6% critical strike chance, 11.4% ultimate cooldown, 102 skeleton damage. It's just, oh shit. Now it costs 40. Yeah, it just gets more and more expensive. So let's go to the potion lady. Every level you go up, that shit just gets more expensive, which I guess makes sense. All right, let's go here again. So I don't have a ton of these things to spend. So I needed 40 of them. So there's another 40 right there. I'm guessing I'm going to need at least 40 more. but probably more than that. So that's only cost 16,000 gold. So it's really cheap in terms of how much gold it costs you. But you get 3 for every one. So, and the same applies if you want to make more of the magic ones. It just costs you 3 of the ingoliths. So it's a worthy endeavor, I think, if you can run, you know, a relatively high pit at an easy rate. It would make more sense to go lower. You could still run the lower pits, but if you can easily run like the next rank up of whatever material you need, I think you might as well, because for every 1 material you can make 3 of the other ones. So here we go again. Here's 5%. Shit. Now I need 80 of those damn things. So let's go make more. But what I might do is I'll run more of the pit, and I will just make more of those things. So crafting materials, ingolith, and I need 80 of those damn things. How many did I have? Shit, I don't know how many I had. I'm gonna run low. Whatever. I'll just use them all. I'll use them all. And then 8 out of 12 I'm going to have to recollect again. I'm going to have to do pit 61 and above to rank it further. So here's a... what are you doing? Don't enchant it. Don't mess up. Okay, masterworking. 5%. But look at those stats just go up. Yeah, it's a really... I really like this whole itemization, item leveling thing. I think it's just... It's kind of interesting. And if you don't roll a good mod, you could reset it and just go bust your ass in the pit again and save some gold. Looks like I can't do rank 8, so I guess I'll have to wait on that. I need more of these ones. So I'm going to have to run the pit a few more times, and I'll see what I get. So I need 51 of these. I need 120 of those damn things. So that's what I'll do. But anyway, that's how you masterwork your item. And yeah, of course, it's kind of exciting because the next level, it's going to be a 25% increase. Let me know if you guys like this whole system. I'm looking forward to how they flesh things out more with Diablo 4. I think they definitely took it in a good direction. I mean, I've played a ton of hours Season 4, and I really just had enough after Season 1, after trying to like it. I was like, I'm sick of this, and I barely played Season 2. I barely played Season 3. I was like, this game just is a flop. It's just not what I wanted, but... fortunately, I tried Season 4, and reluctantly, but when I got into it, I was like, damn, I'm having such a good time. And I think a lot of it has to do with just make your own build. You know, even if it's suboptimal, just make your own build. Don't be looking at all the guides online. It's kind of my recommendation. I mean, I can understand people doing that, but it's really a spiritual journey if you kind of go into it. Because then you read all the stuff on here, you know, and all the little tiny nuances in the building of your paragon and your skill tree, and they're just testing out. And once you get to the pit, you can kind of test one thing against another thing and kind of take a couple skills away and add somewhere else and just see how it compares. It's been a really good time, and this is kind of a treasure hunting game. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the chase in this is the treasure hunting, and there's a lot of good stuff to find, and I look forward to seeing what they do with it as time progresses. And PoE 2 coming out is going to be good for Diablo 4, because PoE 2 is going to be an awesome game. It's looking damn good, and I'm going to be playing that on my other channel, on my Diablo 2 channel. I'll be playing some PoE 2. So I think that's going to be a great thing. It's competition. It's going to incentivize Blizzard or Activision or whatever the hell you want to call them. It's going to incentivize them to be a bit more innovative, I think, with D4, and just try to keep pressing through with making this a decent or good or even great game, you know. But yeah, this Season 4 has been a damn good time. Like, I've been playing this more than Diablo 2 by far. Of course, I'm just sick of Diablo 2, honestly, with its current iteration. They didn't do a damn thing for this current season in Diablo 2 Resurrected. They should have given us stackable runes. They should have given us a currencies tab. They should have given us a damn loot filter, give us a bigger stash. Just do anything, you know, just do any quality of life features that we've been wanting for 25 years. But yeah, they kind of were neglectful with that one. I made a little joke about the nice changes they made, something to do with like South Korean players being able to play or something like that beyond the age of 18 or 19. I don't know what it was, but they're putting they put all the efforts into D4, it seems, and I'm looking forward to next season. Like, I'm actually already wanting to play next season. I have so much shit in my stash. I almost just wish I could have a clean slate, you know, and just boom, get rid of all this shit and just take a deep breath, be like, wow, the spiritual journey lives on, and I have to find everything in a treasure hunting game. It's going to be a damn good time. You know, but with that being said, I should probably just delete most of this shit because I'm just tired of the whole being a hoarder thing. But yeah, so this ring is an absolute hog now. I'm going to get that to 12 out of 12, I think. And I have a ways to go. Like I said, I did a Rift 67 or so, Pit 67. And I didn't even masterwork most of these things. Look at this. This is 1 out of 12 on the glove, 4 out of 12. This thing's not even masterworked at all. You know, I've just been wanting to blast. You know, just blast, 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 blast. I'm like, I don't want to masterwork these. I'm going to find an upgrade in a minute anyway. And I switched out my amulet, just experimenting. But I'm going to optimize a couple of them. This is one that I committed to. And yeah, I really busted my ass getting this thing maxed out. So I think it's a pretty nice skeletal mage scythe. Now, it could have had more than one graphics, but whatever. I could. It leaves room to potentially find something better, you know, and I'm looking forward to that. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you will, like this video, subscribe to the page, hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video, and blessings to my patrons. Links in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace be with you.